Jishabato, Kinkorgi, Lojukova, Goa, Kinkorosum, the Miki Tonwa, the year than a penny chimbo sumares.
Therefore, it has time and again been said, and let it be said one more time, that it is of extreme benefit to familiarize oneself with these different types of mandala, to familiarize oneself with the histories of how the instructions of these mandalas, these mandala practices have been transmitted, and so forth.
Kelba Mambogi tene, King Cordi Jelvasam, getene, the Dibatins of Tagi, Sungaris. Serab Kelba Mambogi, Digbayorba, the Dip, the King Cordi Jelvasam, Tebasam, the Dibatagi, Sungaris.
It is also said quite clearly that if we perceive such a mandala, or if we make ourselves knowledgeable about such mandalas, etc., that the negativity that has been accumulated over many lifetimes, since beginningless time, so to speak, can be purified. If that is the case, if all of this negativity is being purified by way of simply beholding such a mandala that has been arranged in a perfect way, then, of course, all our various sufferings and the causes thereof will be eradicated.
It
is further stated that viewing such mandalas, perceiving such mandalas, even just hearing about such mandalas, their descriptions, etc., and so forth, brings about the purification of great negativity, brings about the accumulation of great merits, is extremely virtuous, and brings about great benefit for ourselves. Whatever great negativity we might possibly have committed through the viewing of such a mandala or hearing of such mandalas, studying the description of such mandalas, all of that can indeed be purified, can be brought to an end. Seeing mandalas, hearing about the preparation of mandalas, touching a mandala, remembering all of that about mandalas, has in itself the power to bring the human life to its full fruition and to free ourselves from all negativity and sufferings and the causes thereof. And if we avail ourselves of such means of either seeing a mandala, hearing about its preparation, hearing about the history of the transmission of these traditions, touching a mandala, remembering about these various aspects and stories and histories, etc., of mandalas, then indeed, through its purifying effect, eventually full awakening or Buddhahood will be achieved. And it is not necessary at all to have any doubts about this. All of us have received many empowerments which, of course, have been imparted, have been bestowed upon us on the basis of such mandalas. So if we take all of these various points and features, etc., into account, remind ourselves of them, then we need to have no doubt whatsoever that indeed, eventually, Buddhahood will be achieved through such means.
어떤 니답이 pen 시베고네 되네 제가 치수 제마이네 저런 속에 된 원그르 휴조 원기 냠len 제조 돼서 시라 계심보를 샤스.
I forgot to say that, of course, before, I forgot to say before, like when having received such empowerments, etc., it is also necessary to purely keep up the commitments which we take upon ourselves by way of receiving empowerment or having requested empowerment. And then, of course, there needs to be no doubt whatsoever that on the basis of such pure practice, etc., and so forth, Buddhahood will be achieved. So there needs to be no doubt about this whatsoever, and therefore it is evident that to know about mandalas, to learn a little bit about this entire structure of mandala, its significance, etc., and so forth, is of extremely great benefit.
어다 디네다 보지네 평연라 20개 권에 되네다 되네 냠레낭제다가 슈주레 된다 다른 게 긴고르디 로지 되네 된리제인스.
So with this we basically conclude this very short and concise presentation of the various types of mandalas which there are, of the various categories of mandalas into which they're subdivided, and the great many benefits which are being brought about through these mandalas and the various ways in which we concern ourselves with them.
단 되네 당랑소다리 데레션 좀 돌아 되네 나랑기 촌에이네 저랑소라 긴고르기 로주 대 탈라템보다 되네 슈주 고급 통송 대가라 셈시라 가베 종송스.
So Rinpoche himself would like to thank you that you have come here and that you have had the patience to listen to his words about these various aspects, as brief as they might have been, of this entire setup that is known as mandala.
다 몽바이네 기코르게 제보 서거래다 기코르게 중이 서거래 기코르게 던 대답 똑바로 소지 냠백이 된 저랑소이네 투미나오 나스.
So Rinpoche hopes that in the future you'll be able to educate yourselves more along these lines, understand more about the significance of mandala, and that you will even more be able to benefit through that knowledge of the significance and the benefits which are being brought about such mandalas, etc. And with that, Rinpoche would like to bring this talk to its close.